Imagine you open your own barber shop, but customers are few and far between. Finally, a friend suggests you make your first YouTube video, and you do. It's a haircutting tutorial, and it takes off big time. And dozens of videos later, not only are you one of YouTube's most popular video-making barbers, you become a local celebrity, and your shop is the talk of the town. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Well, meet YouTube creator Chris Bosio. By the numbers, at the time of this recording, he's made 746 videos. He has 351,000 subscribers. He gets around 20,000 views per video, and he uploads 5 times per week. In my conversation with Chris, I'm gonna ask him how he pulled all this off and turned both his channel and his local business into powerhouses. So go grab a tasty beverage, come on back, and let's hear the story of Chris Bosio. Hey Chris, I used to go to the same barber in my hometown and the owner was always there. You have 5 barber shops, you're serving over, I think 500 clients a week. How do you run a brick and mortar business and have time to make daily YouTube videos?
You got to build a team, right? So I've been blessed enough that this is a people business, and been able to establish relationships and grow a team, and you can't be everywhere at the same time. So we have managers at all the locations, and they do their thing. I give them the freedom to do their thing, and it allows me to focus on other things.
Let's go back to the beginning. When you were younger, it's my understanding that you actually got a basketball scholarship to college, but things didn't quite turn out as planned. So how did that journey go from the scholarship to starting your barbershop?
Like a lot of, athletes, basketball players, football players, you kind of have dreams to go to the next level after college. And for most of us, we find out we're probably not going to get to the professional level. And so while I was in college, broke basketball player, couldn't afford a haircut, I started cutting my own hair. And I decided that I was going to leave school after finding my passion in cutting hair and go to barber school from there. And ever since then, it's been my thing.
So you started the barbershop, and how long did you run it before you started tinkering with YouTube?
We had the first location, and we realized that we need to kind of help a lot of our guys become better barbers, become a better businessman behind the chair. So I was always kind of just mentoring and teaching already. And I remember we were opening our second location, and my business partners, they had an idea where, hey, maybe if we start putting this stuff on YouTube, which you already do, you can attract more potential barbers to want to come work at Headlines, because we wanted to open up multiple locations. And one of the hardest things to do to scale as a barber is find, good barbers to work in your shop. And so YouTube was definitely a route that my team saw that could help potentially attract and help upcoming barbers.
And your very first video took off. That's really rare. How do you think it happened?
It happened on accident, but looking back at it now, it was definitely a hot topic in the barber industry. And so, between Google and YouTube, people use that to search for things that they're interested in. And I had just put a video of, it's actually this. So this is a skeleton trimmer where the top is cut off, and everybody wanted to learn how to do that. So I put that video up, and probably in like the first few days, it had 1,000 views, which was insane to me at that time. And the comments, the feedback got me hooked. And ever since then, we've been putting out content that I try to stick to trends that are happening in the industry.
This is something I really want to drill into, because a lot of creators think it takes 100 videos before you can take off. And a lot of people try to target very popular topics. It sounds to me like you found something that was like an underserved topic. Like nobody was making videos on that technique or that trimmer exactly. And you jumped in and it took off for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it wasn't a strategy thing, but looking back at it, you can obviously see that that's what it was.
So from what I understand, you really didn't know how famous you were until you went to a barber expo or conference or something. Can you tell that story?
So I didn't know barber conferences or expos were a thing, and apparently, like, there was a lot of them, especially one in New York City and one in Connecticut. And my subscribers would always, comment, "Will I be at the show?" So, I decided. I think it was my second year of having a YouTube channel. I might have had like 40,000 subscribers at the time. That I was gonna go to this show. It was in New York City, and I was gonna go to the show just to, I'm thinking, shake a few hands, and get to meet some of my supporters. And man, when I tell you, I remember I had to go to the bathroom really, really bad when we first got there, and I'm thinking I'm going straight to the bathroom. And there were probably 4,000 to 5,000 barbers there. I could not get to the bathroom. Everyone was stopping me, wanting to take pictures. I was like, what is going on? I went with a few friends, and they were in shock. None of us were ready for this. And apparently, YouTube has that power.
From what I understand, your shop got a real boost from local people watching your channel, but YouTube is a global platform. So have you won over any fans globally?
Well, barbering is also kind of like every man gets their haircut all over the world, right? And I remember the first class I ever taught in person on stage was in Romania. It was during a live stream. One of my subscribers, he said he wanted me to come out, and he booked me for a crazy event in Romania. And another huge one that I did was in Russia, in Moscow. And I've been there like 3 times since. And it's amazing to go, and there's thousands of people that don't speak the same language as you, but they love your channel, they love what you do, for the industry, and the support is amazing worldwide.
You now sell your own shaving products under the name Tomb 45. How did you learn how to create your own product? I mean, like how do creators learn how to do that?
So I went to a thing called YouTube University, and I learned how to formulate. Cosmetic chemistry is pretty much what I found out the term was. So I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos about cosmetic chemistry. And then me and some of my friends, my business partners, we got together and we figured out how to make 1,200 bottles by hand.
And so Tomb 45, is that a whole other aspect of your business now? Do you have employees working on that?
Yeah, so we have about 7 or 8 employees that work full-time in our warehouse, in our distribution center. And we have a customer service team now. It's been an amazing business that's grown from YouTube.
That's awesome. Do you employ your friends and family too?
Yeah, so friends, it's very much a family ran business for sure. Even my kids help out sometimes.
Can you tell us generally what your mix of incoming revenue is, like between the barbershop, ad revenue that you receive from your channel? How does that break into percentages, or what's the biggest source of revenue for you?
Tomb 45, the product line, is probably 90% of my income, my revenue. Not saying like Google AdSense is a huge source of income for me, and it would be a full-time income for most everybody. But Tomb 45 has been that successful.
Oh wow! So does that motivate you to come out with new products and launch new things?
Yeah, we actually have over 45 unique products that we sell. Some of them are patented and very innovative when it comes to our industry.
That's incredible. I thought you just had the shave gel. I mean, what else? Is it all barber products? Is it like shampoo or?
This is a cordless clipper. And it was a really big deal in our industry, except in order to charge it, you had to plug a cord in it. So everybody still had a bunch of cords on the floor at their stations. And then when it was dying, you'd have to plug the clipper in because it only runs for about an hour and a half, right? So I thought that was dumb. And we decided that we were going to create a patented product that would enable wireless charging. So now you don't need any cords whatsoever on your station. You put it on a wireless charging mat, and you can charge your clipper with and anytime you put it down, it's charging. So that's one of the innovative products that we've created, and it started with shave gels.
That's insane. For other business owners watching who aren't sure if YouTube can help their business, what would you say to them?
From what I've learned from other business owners is a lot of them, they think that they're not personable enough, or they can't speak well enough to be on YouTube. And I've met a lot of people who've created channels that you don't have to be in front of it. But I wasn't the best speaker either. I stuttered a lot. People used to comment on my videos that I should write a script. And, you know, just like with businesses, you go through your ups and downs, but you grow into something bigger and better. And so YouTube is that one platform I feel like that you can organically grow from being in the garage to being distributed in 8 out of 10 of the biggest distributors in the country. You know, we're in 15 different countries around the world, and we did it with no ads, barely promoting the products. We do a lot of ad placement, but barely promoting the products, and just putting content on YouTube. So if that's not really worth it to you, man.
But what about the people who say that it's too much technology, it's too much to learn, the cameras, the editing, the lighting?
That's a great question because I do 90-something% of my videos with my phone. So all my filming, all my tutorials are done with my phone.
To this day?
To this day. My last tutorial, before we got on this interview, you mentioned one of my videos that got 30,000 views in a day. That was my phone.
Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. So how do you get the footage to your editor? Does it automatically upload, or?
I have the Google Drive app on my phone. I upload it to Google Drive. He already has a link to the folder.
I swear that wasn't a placement. That wasn't product placement. We didn't plan on that question.
Yeah, this is literally what I do. From my phone, I upload it to Google Drive, and he has access to the folder. He downloads it, edits it, shoots it back over through Google Drive.
All right, last question. How can I get a haircut from you or anyone?
Yeah, all you got to do is go to the link below in the description. There will be a link that says book me now, and you can book me for a haircut appointment.
And to be clear, we'll probably put the link in the video description of this video, but any video that you have.
Any of them.
Okay. Chris, your story is incredible. I mean, I'm like a YouTube dinosaur. I've been around forever, and I'm talking to you. I'm just like, this is unbelievable. So thank you so much for your time. Everybody, be sure to check out Chris's channel and learn how to do a fade. Just search Chris Bossio on YouTube, and it'll come right up.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it.